The sunken treasure of San Miguel of Amelia Island, Florida. The still unsolved Beale cipher is said to contain the location of nearly 3,000 pounds of treasure hidden in the mountains of Virginia for anyone who can break the 200-year-old code. Legendary hideaways of legendary outlaws like John Dillinger and Butch Cassidy. The Forrest Fenn treasure hidden away in the Rocky Mountains for 32 years until it was finally found last summer. Who isn't fascinated by the idea of following a map and some clues to seek out some long-lost trove of priceless treasures? We all have had childhood dreams of digging up a chest full of gold out of our own backyards or stumbling upon a priceless artifact hidden just out of sight. We can watch the exploits of professional treasure hunters on television as they use state-of-the-art equipment and hire professional code breakers to look for sunken ships and buried chests. But did you know that you could still be the treasure hunter of your childhood dreams right now? Just down the road in your historic downtown or local park, somebody may have hidden something valuable under a park bench or in the hollow of a tree, leaving clues behind for those who might try to go find it. Okay, so you might not stumble upon anything that will land you in the history books, but you might find a new favorite hobby, visit local places you never knew were in your own backyard, get little glimpses into the lives of other people in your community, and thrill at the hunt as you seek out these little hidden treasures. I'm Rosie with GCPL, and today I'm going to teach you how to geocache. But first, let's uncover a little background behind how this techie treasure hunt began. This new era of treasure hunting started around the time that the handheld GPS started to become commercially available. Before the year 2000, most location data was limited for mostly government and military use. Civilian GPSs at the time were not very accurate. Waypoints could be within a 600-foot accuracy range, making it impossible for a person to mark an exact place. That would all change in May 2nd of 2000. The government ended this selective availability, broadening access to location technology across the U.S. and improving the accuracy of GPS devices by tenfold. Now, waypoints could be as accurate as within 60 feet instead of 600. And just one day later, on May 3rd, a computer consultant and GPS enthusiast from Beaver Creek, Oregon, came up with a clever way to test the accuracy of this new technology. Dave Ulmer took a bucket, filled it with trinkets, and hid it in a forest outside the city of Portland. He posted the coordinates of the location on a GPS hobbyist group website and called it the Great American Stash Hunt. He challenged people to use their GPS to seek it out, and when doing so, to take some stuff and leave some stuff. Inside the bucket, he left videos, software, a slingshot, and a logbook for the finders to sign. In just 3 days, 2 people found his stash and shared the experience on the website. People were quickly inspired to try their own experiments. Within a week, there were multiple stashes cropping up around the country. Within a month, geocaches were hidden across the globe. On September 2nd, 2000, exactly 4 months after the end of selective availability, the main geocaching website was launched with 75 geocaches listed around the world, turning a brand new hobby into a global phenomenon. The original cache still waits to greet its finders in the woods of Oregon, still containing treasures in a logbook after 21 years. You don't have to travel all the way to Oregon to find treasures hidden today. Now there are over 3,000 geocaches scattered around the world. You might even find one hidden in a local park or even in your own neighborhood. Want to go on your own hunt? Get your smartphone or GPS device and we'll get started. The best place to look up a geocache is through Geocaching.com. To this day, it still remains as the best resource for geocaches in terms of numbers. OpenCaching.us and TerraCaching.com both allow users to access all waypoints with no regular versus premium services. Those with a competitive edge might try TerraCaching. Some caches posted there are allotted points that a user can rack up and get ranked on a leaderboard. But for our hunting example, we will be using a free account on Geocaching.com. All you need is an email to make a username and password in order to get started. If you have a smartphone, Geocaching.com makes an app so you can monitor your proximity to caches and log your finds in real time. We will be using the app for our demonstrations. Use your zip code or allow the app to access your location data to see nearby caches. Just click or tap on any waypoint to see the location coordinates and possible clues for finding the cache. But don't run out the door just yet. First, you need to decide where you might try looking and plan appropriately. Are you going to check for waypoints while casually strolling down a city's historic main street? Are you going to try to find an easy-looking cache in your local park? Are you going on a deep woods adventure that might require hiking, rafting, or climbing? Make sure your footwear matches your hunting goals and that you have any extra necessities on hand such as bug spray, sunscreen, a walking stick, snacks, or water. Check the website or app ahead of time to make sure the cache is waiting to be found at your chosen location. Once you are there, open the app and select the map. Active caches are marked in green with a little box-shaped logo. Tap on the cache you would like to look for. The name of it will pop up on the bottom of your screen along with the Start button. Once you click Start, the app will draw a yellow line from you to the cache you want to find. You can use the app's GPS to lead you to the hiding place, but don't expect it to tell you exactly where the geocache is hidden. Luckily, most geocache makers will include a hint or a puzzle to decrypt. If you see a puzzle, don't worry if you can't solve it. The geocaching app will solve an encrypted hint for you if you get stuck. As you reach the waypoint, start looking around. Some clues will provide hints such as nearby landmarks, descriptions of the container, or whether you'll need to search high or low. Having trouble? You can reach out to the cache owner and ask for additional help. Remember, geocaches have been made to be as big as an office cubicle and as small as a penny, so look for any small details in your surroundings that might stand out. Here's a cache we found around Collins Hill Park. Inside was a waterproof strap for sunglasses, a logbook for visitors, a plastic toy pistol, some stickers, this strange headless doll, a handmade bracelet, a fruit basket figurine, lots of pens, pencils, and paper, and a voucher for free ice cream. Don't forget to sign the guest book and log your find once you are done. I love flipping back and seeing who found this cache before I did. Remember to leave something if you take something. I think I'm going to take that free ice cream and in exchange, I'm going to leave this laser etched token that we made at GCPL's Learning Labs. Check out our website to learn about how you too can design and make your own unique 3D printed and laser etched items. Want to make it a day of treasure hunting adventures? Just this year, Georgia State Parks have partnered with Geocaching.com to launch Geotours. Geotours consist of 45 hidden caches in each of the 45 state parks in Georgia. Finders get to take home unique tokens that have been made for each park. GCPL has state park passes available for checkout so you can visit any state park and bypass the visitor and parking costs. But what if you want to try hiding rather than seeking? Making your own cache is easy, but there are some official and unofficial rules that are recognized in the geocaching community. The first and most important rule is to make sure you have permission to hide a cache at your chosen spot. Remember, it needs to be publicly accessible. Nobody wants to be an accidental trespasser when they go on a scavenger hunt. Also, make sure you obey your local laws. Don't put your cache in dangerous places or in areas people aren't allowed to be, like railroad tracks or protected wildlife habitats, or off busy roads. Make sure your cache is at least 1/10 of a mile, that's 528 feet, away from other caches. The hunt is less fun when the caches are all in one spot. Also, do not bury your cache or disturb the natural environment. If you have to dig into the ground or drill a hole into a tree, don't hide your cache. Make sure you hide it somewhere you'll visit regularly. If you make a cache, it is your job to manage it for however long you choose to hide it. Don't plan a cache during some far-off trip or in a place you'll know you'll never be coming back to. Make sure your cache container is relatively damage and waterproof. It should be able to withstand the elements while keeping the treasures inside safe and dry. Make sure you label your cache as a cache so it will not be mistaken for trash or taken away from the site. So, now that you have a cache, what should you put inside it? Be sure to include something for visitors to sign. A sheet or a small notebook is perfect. As for tokens, make sure they are items you are willing to give away. Seashells, pretty crystals, figurines from hobby stores, and foreign coins make worthy tokens. We went to our learning labs and 3D printed a menagerie of animal figurines to celebrate this year's summer reading theme, Tales and Tales. Leave your favorite animal in the comment section below and we might print one for our cache. Now that your cache is ready, plant it in your chosen hiding place. If you are using the geocaching app or website, it will be reviewed by a volunteer geocache reviewer. It may take a week or longer before your cache is reviewed, so make sure the information is thorough. Give your cache a name, a description of the container and its contents, the waypoints, and a short description about where it has been hidden. Most geocaching websites give you the option of providing additional information about your cache, such as if it's near a parking spot, needs to be accessed by climbing or crossing water, time and seasonal accessibility, and more. Once your cache is approved, it will be made public on the geocaching website of your choice. We posted our geocache to opencaching.us, but we thought we'd include the cache in this video. Here are the coordinates, and here is our clue. Go to the place where books are found, past the pail to catch rainfall. Step off the path and towards the wall. A green thumb you do not even need, just think like a gardener and you'll succeed. If you still can't spot it at a glance, you can find the answer through a window. Just look inside the branch. We hope this program inspires you to see what kind of adventures await you in your own backyard. Happy hunting!